So off the heels of the last one, this is that last brick that I made. The only way to try to fix that problem is to just start over and get a new one. So I think this morning I made the last part of the last video, so this time I have just gonna start over and see how it goes. To do mostly the same process, and less water, I guess. I don't know. So the last time I put too much water in it, and I feel that was really a hindrance to everything. So this time I really backed off the water enough, so that way the dough is a solid mass that I can pick up. So this is the first step, the Autolyse part. So I'm gonna put it in here. I think the dough is set. Give it like an hour to sit, and then I'll start with the next steps. And plus, my starter is just about getting ready to get to peak. So this is gonna sit, and now I wait. Got an hour in. Oops. Still holding together, still looking good. I'm gonna stomp it down in the middle because we need to do a couple of things here. First off, 15 grams of salt. I'm not gonna use the ionized salt or iodine salt. I forgot how you say it. The chick with the umbrella. I'm gonna use Himalayan salt, pink salt. I don't know how different that's gonna help or hinder, but one person said that don't use the ionized salt because that can affect the starter. I don't know. I'm feeling the water and flour mixture here. It seems pretty good. It's still pliable, slightly damp, and just feels right, I guess. I don't know if I'm gonna need water or more flour, so I have them on the ready here. I'm so paranoid about it just being this big, floppy, gunky mess that I'm erring on the side of the dough being not dry, but definitely way less soggy. So I want it to, when I'm handling it like this, I want it to be able to ball up and to stay that way, and not be this thing that I hold into my hand and it just goes through like a slime on Nickelodeon way back in the day. Fed my starter this morning around 8. It's 4:20 right now. It's looking good, smelling good. So now, what I need is 150 grams. So I made a little divot in here. What I plan on doing, let's do this. Dampen my hand slightly, just to bring it in. My dough, my original Autolyse dough here is not dry, but pretty firm. So introducing this super wet and gooey starter is what I'm hoping will take the moisture to where it needs to be and nothing more. Like I said, I got burned so good yesterday actually with this making bread bad that I'm erring on the side of super, not dry, but I definitely do not want an ounce more moisture than I need. See, like this, it's already really gooey and nasty, so I just have to take this and mix them together and work my starter in. Basically what I'm doing is I took a pile of starter and I'm feeding it. So, but instead of feeding it in the jar, I'm feeding it in the bowl, and hopefully all of this will encourage it to eat and grow. Okay, so that was like about 10 minutes of kneading, and this thing is a solid ball. Not solid, but it's a firm ball. So I'm going to put it in here. See how it's sitting up and it's not like blah. It's sitting up and it's sitting here. So now I'm going to cover it. And put it, sit for an hour, and then we'll start the folds. Alright, let's take a look. It's been about an hour. Okay, great. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. So, let me it has moisture in it. It feels damp, but does not not like the last one. I will say yesterday, because it was yesterday, in the real world and not YouTube world, where everything is edited, shot and edited a week before typically. This was all yesterday, so the bread fail video, or whatever I chose to call it, will have been yesterday. So, okay, first fold is in the books. I think this has a lot of tension, and not tension, but it's strength, which is what I'm looking for. I need it to be able to hold together. That gooey blob doesn't work. So first fold is done. I'm going to put it back for another hour. Okay, it's been a couple hours since I've done the first one. So this is obviously the second one. I see some bubbles around. It's still nice and firm. I don't know if that's good or bad, but ooh, look at that. It's getting stretchy. That's good. Okay. That's something. I don't know. I'm gun shy from the last one, but I gotta keep moving on. Look at that. A nice round ball. Okay. It is 7:30. This is what I'm doing on a Friday night, by the way. I mean, what better thing to do, really? So it is I pushed it down and it bounced right back. That means there's a lot of air, or well, no, I forget what that means. But that means it's not proofed. I could tell you that it's not ready. But I definitely feel better about this than I did at the other one. At this point, I think this is a good thing. I'm gonna cover it up. I don't know how long I'm gonna have to do this for. Maybe I'll leave it overnight. That was the thing I was debating. Maybe I can leave this overnight. It is 6:30 in the morning. This feels a little more blobby, but I think there's a little bit of. But if you look on the bottom, there's a lot. See all these air bubbles here? That's good. So I'm going to put this out and get it into a loaf pan and let it sit for a while. I have the oven preheating. I think I'll get started cooking in about an hour. feels pretty good. It doesn't. It's a bit airy, so I think it's in good shape. All right. This seems okay. I don't know. The last time I know when it doesn't at least, right? So it's in the pan. I'm gonna cover it. Let the oven heat up some more. I'm gonna put it on top of the oven so it'll stay warm, and should be cooking soon. I'm just gonna say it looks. I have it in the pan and it looks promising. Who knows? I think I'm good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in. Okay. Significantly better. I don't know if it's perfect, but it rose. It rose almost doubled. So let's, I'm gonna put a timer on for 18 minutes. Let's take a look. Okay, you can see right there. It started approximately here, and now it's the top of the bread is almost to the rim. So let it brown up now. So we've got about 10 seconds to go. I don't know if it's a complete success, but it's definitely not a failure like last time. We'll see in a second here. You want to go for a minute more? I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes. It's just starting to brown a little bit. I want to have just a touch more color on it. All right, I think it's ready. I hope it looks better. It's almost doubled in size in the pan. The top of the bread is almost to the rim of the pan. Let me bring it out. Smells good. Sounds good. It's okay. Even got it opened up some. It's still not as big as I hope it'd be, but it looks good. It has some bubbles along the side. I can see bubbles inside of this rib. It is about 9:08 in the morning. So what I'm gonna do is put this over to the side and deal with this later, cut it open. But I wouldn't call it a raging success, but it is a bit of a slump buster. So hopefully it'll taste good and not be a total bad thing. I like these little ears. Okay. Looks okay. A little bit more moist than I'd like though, but it did rise. Smells okay. So I don't about that. It's just, it seems moist. I don't know. I think that might be too much moisture. But it does have good air pockets. It's small still, though. I'd like it to be like another inch maybe or so. But the nice thing about that, this moisture, if you just toast it, it takes care of it really nicely. But okay, let's go ahead. I have Elaney off camera here to try it again. Smells good. I think the crust, I could have let it go a little bit more, but I was concerned about the ears. I can give it more time. I think 45 minutes is fine. I did 42, so probably like 47 minutes. You compensate for the time it needs for the heat to go back. But the funny thing is, even with the terrible bread, the flavor was good. The flavor is good. I mean, that's the power of the starter. So I've been taking good care of the starter always. I always make sure it's fed around the right time. So if nothing else, my starter provides a really good flavor.
I like that.
Okay. Elaney approves. The other key is like, this is the thickest you should cut this bread. Any thicker, unless you're gonna grill cheese. If you grill cheese, maybe a little bit thicker because it'll stand more heat. But I think the flavor is good. So it's not gonna. I'm back from an F back to a B, I think.